Hello, my name is Steve Packer. I'm a plant doctor at Moana Nursery, here to talk to you about composting. Now, to a lot of people, composting seems very complicated, but you know, it's not that complicated at all. It's quite easy. Now, compost is basically just organic matter that's been decomposed to a little brown state that can be mixed into the soil to help condition the soil. It can be used as a mulch to prevent weeds, moderate soil temperature. In our area, our soil needs a lot of organic matter. There just isn't a whole lot, so whenever you can add compost to your soil, it's a good thing. Here's a pile that I started a few months ago. You got a little bit of black right here in the inside. It's still composting, but by a few months, it's going to be all black and brown and ready to go into my garden. So let's just take a few minutes and talk about what we can do to build a beautiful compost pile and get you started. There's three things you need to remember when you're building your compost pile is location. So once you've located your pile, the next thing you want to do is gather all your materials. And whenever you gather your materials, you'll want to gather brown and green. We want to keep in mind that the ratio is important, so we want to do about 1 part green to 2 to 3 parts of brown. You want to go ahead and reduce the size of your products. It's important to reduce the size as small as you can. The bigger it is, the longer it'll take to compost. So let's get started with getting this pile going here. Okay, so now we talked about how to build a compost pile. The next important thing you have to do is to maintain your pile. But you'll see right here, I've got my compost pile covered with a tarp. And the reason for that is I want to be able to monitor the moisture. The covering helps maintain the moisture and it also keeps out critters and things like that. Ideally, you want your pile to reach a temperature of around 150 degrees. After the pile's been built, after maybe a week or two, you want to go ahead and turn your pile. The reason for turning the pile is to help circulate the brown that's on top into the middle. And it also adds oxygen. Oxygen is needed by the organisms that break it down. And we recommend turning the pile maybe once every 2 weeks. And then once you turn your pile, you want to just make sure you form it up again to like a little small volcano. Another way you can compost is by using this vertical tumbler right here. And basically what you're doing is you're just, you're adding your leaves in here. You put your green and you just kind of fill that up, add a little bit of water. The nice thing about this is you don't have to use a pitchfork. You can just go ahead and put the lid on. And then you just go ahead and spin it like this to turn it. And you can just come out every other day if you wanted to and spin it there. And this kind of creates a little bit faster compost. So that's how you do composting, either by the pile system or by using a container. Please come by Moana Nursery. We got the ingredients you need to get started. And if you have any questions, you can talk to any of our plant doctors and they'll give you some good tips in starting your compost pile.